Hey Canucks fans, welcome to another edition of Ask Me Anything. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, February the 13th, Super Bowl Sunday. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. By the way, drop your Super Bowl predictions in the comments below. I'm going Rams over the Bengals 27-21. Still on a natural high from last night's big 3-2 Canucks victory over the Maple Leafs. It was my first time watching the Leafs in person, as I mentioned. As well, excited for tonight, 10 p.m. Back to live streaming. I've taken a week off, and I'll be talking about the Canucks and Leafs. Also be talking about the Super Bowl. So I hope you join me tonight at 10 p.m. right here on YouTube for my weekly live stream. Let's get right to your questions. A nice variety today because it is Sunday. This is my weekly Ask Me Anything. Let's start with Lyndon Bateman. If 94 points is the bar, what's the realistic of, say, a 98-point season? Personally, a top 15 pick is probably our reality. Lyndon, I agree with you because to get to 94 points, let alone 98, 94 points, we ought to go to about 20, 11, and 2. So 667 points percentage, exactly what we've been playing under since Boudreau got here in December. But that's going to be a tall order given there's still 2.5 months left in the season, 33 games. A lot of teams are going to be playing really well, fighting for playoff spots. So I'm not sure if we're going to get to 94, and therefore I don't think we're going to get to 98 for sure. So if we get to 94, we might make it the playoffs. If we get to 98, we make the playoffs for sure. But we could wind up somewhere in the 94, 95, 96, 97 range. What I think is going to happen is I think we're going to fall to about between 90 and 93 points. We're going to just miss the playoffs. And yes, we're likely going to pick somewhere in the 12, 13, 14 range, barring any lottery luck, which I'm sure people would really, really welcome. Squad videos. My question is about trading. Do you think it'd be better if we give someone away like Miller, who's on fire from time to time, or Myers, who gives up the puck and does nothing? I don't like Myers, but I think we can get something better for a player like Miller or even Brock Besser. What are your thoughts? Thanks. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Yes, everything you said is true. We can get more for Miller. Miller is probably the one player you can get the most from. We're not going to trade Demko, Pettersson, or Hughes. So Miller is the one who you get the most. And we're talking about 4 assets. Maybe a pick, a prospect, and a roster player or 2. Now, just because that's the one player who's going to get you the most doesn't mean we should trade him. And I get the fact that his trade value right now is very high, considering a team getting him will get him for 2 playoff runs, a really good $5.25 million contract. All these reasons why you should trade him, but those are all the reasons why I think you should keep him too. And I might be the minority. You might be saying, "Oh, Clay, how are you going to get any better?" But if you trade him away, that's kind of like the guy you still want on your team always. And that's why he's worth so much. I think you're going to have trouble trading Tyler Myers because of a $6 million contract, because it's still 4 more seasons or whatever on that contract. So yes, Miller will get you the most. And that's why it's going to be the trickiest situation to navigate for sure. Lazy husband, have you ever serenaded Gail on Valentine's Day? No, I haven't. And that's why we are still married after 21 years. I've never sung to her seriously as a serenade. Obviously, she hears all my goofy singing around the house and hears and sees my Canucks parody videos. But the one time I did sing to her was actually the day I proposed to her, February 28th, 1999, at a youth group. And it was me and 3 buddies, and we sang her a doo-wop song. I got down on one knee, I proposed, and thankfully she said yes. And as I say, the rest is history. So I did sing to her once seriously. I had backup, though, in the other 3 guys. And it's been good ever since. But I do a lot of things well. I do a lot of things not well. And you can put singing in the second category for sure. Enzi, hey Clay, what save percentage of goals against average would Thatcher Demko have to earn a superstar ability next year for goalies in NHL 22? I don't know a lot about the NHL franchise, despite playing it and getting whooped by my boys all the time. So I don't know how they base their ratings and their categories and what stat levels they use. But in my head, take it away from NHL 22, the video game. Anytime you're at a 920, 925 save percentage, that's pretty elite. Like 915 is really good. 920, 925 is really good. And then goals against, I know it's not as low as before, but maybe even if you're in the 2.2, 2.3 range. So without knowing anything about how EA Sports does it, I'm going 920 for save percentage and 2.2 as a goals against average. Pretty tough to do playing on the Canucks. The save percentage maybe, but maybe not the goals against average. Crispy Assassin, which potential right-hand D can the Canucks trade for or sign? I actually did some research. I looked this up on Cap Friendly. It's not pretty. That's why it's so hard to get a right shot D. You have guys like Subban and Letang making $9 million, $7 million, Johnny Boychuk making $6 million, Anton Strawman making 5.5. And those guys are all 33 years of age or older. I want someone who's UFA, at least 27, 28, 29. Then you're looking at guys like Colin Miller, who still makes $4 million. Josh Manson, who's 30, makes 4.1. John Klingberg, who's 29, makes 4.2. So those are three guys I would look at, but then you're looking at signing them to 3, 5, 4 million again. You go down the list a bit. There's Troy Stetcher, but he's making 1.7, but he's only played 7 games this year. There's Jan Ruda, who's played all 44 games for Tampa. 31 years old, though, makes 1.3. Maybe that is. There's Josh Brown, played 28 games for Ottawa, makes 1.2. So you can see that there's not a lot of value out there. That's why when you get a right shot defenseman, you really got to hang on to him. So I didn't really answer your question, but if they have a bit of money and they can move money, I think a Ristolainen, a Klingberg or a Manson would be good on this team. Jaskrin says, who do you see falling out of a playoff spot? Well, I don't see Minnesota, Colorado, or St. Louis falling out in Central. I don't see Vegas, even Calgary now, or LA maybe. So I think Anaheim and Dallas are going to be two teams that are close to playoff spots right now that would have to fall out. So Anaheim, Dallas are among the teams. I'm missing someone from the Central. There's Colorado, there's St. Louis, there's Minnesota, and is there Winnipeg? I know Winnipeg or Dallas are fighting for the wild card spot. Am I missing one of the team? I'm just going to look it up right now. Standings wild card. Yeah, in the West, Colorado. Nashville, of course. And St. Louis is going to fall out. So I think the one team that would have to fall out then would be an Anaheim. So and then we still got to beat Dallas, Edmonton, San Jose, Winnipeg. So it's going to be tough. But to answer your question, then I will say Anaheim's the team that would fall out. I like game day meal or snack of choice. When I'm at the games, it's a Carve sandwich, that roast beef sandwich from Carve. And when I'm watching at home, a Pepsi and a popcorn is good enough for me. And then ending off with 2 basketball questions. I'll kind of combine them. Fulham says, if Vancouver gets an NBA club, will they still have the perceived media bias to the Raptors? I don't see them as Canada's team. It's Toronto's team. After the finals, basketball became more popular in the city and the GTA. You need to have more than one team to grow the game of basketball in Canada. And then L0758 says, can Vancouver and Montreal support an NBA club? As a Montreal NBA fan, I kind of find it annoying that the Raptors are Canada's team. The media bias ticks me off. Adam Silver is considering NBA expansion in the upcoming future. So I don't know if you guys kind of coordinated your questions. Great questions. I love the Grizzlies. I was a jam pack holder for every season they were here. So I would go to about a dozen games a season. Was frustrated. It was a different time back then. Not a lot of money in the city. The sponsorship was tough. A lot of players didn't want to come here. There was a perceived bias against Vancouver and an ignorance among players about Vancouver. Since they've left, we've had the 2010 Olympics. We've had a lot of the city's just grown a lot. It's come onto the international map. So I don't think we'd have trouble attracting players. I really don't. The fact that the Raptors have won a championship since then, I think that helps a little bit too. I know that a lot of good players come out of the Montreal area, but I think if you want balance, you want to put a team in the West, not just because I'm living here in Vancouver, but you want a team in the West. So to combine both your questions, I would love to see a team in Vancouver for sure. I would love to get away from this Raptors is Canada's team, but they are the only team in the NBA from Canada right now. And I appreciate the talent that's coming out of Montreal, but I think you do want to spread the 2 teams across the country. And lastly, Fulham says, have you seen the documentary We the West? It's about Vancouver fans reminiscing about their time in BC. No, I have not seen it, but I'll do my best to check it out. All right, friends, thank you for your questions. Leave a comment below with your reaction to any of my answers and with your Super Bowl predictions. Again, mine is Rams 27-21. And don't forget to join me for my live stream tonight at 10 p.m. right here on YouTube. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And to Van City Experts Real Estate Group, contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero member nucksfan number 29, Hall of Fame members Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSM Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, Sorry, I was thinking about something else right now. Funk You and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support as always. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. As always, subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade if you'd like to, leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Give me your Super Bowl score prediction. My friends, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Enjoy the day, enjoy the Super Bowl. See you tonight for my live stream at 10 p.m. God bless and go Canucks go.